Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at one of Epic Games' free games this week, which is Total War Warhammer. I just finished recording this video, City of Brass, so if that's a game you're interested in, check my channel, there's a video for that as well. In the future I will be playing these two games, so if they are something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe. But before we jump into the game, let's take a look at the specs. Okay, so these are the minimum and recommended specifications for the game. I'm not going to dwell on it, but if that's something you're interested in, feel free to take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and get the game, and as soon as this downloads, we're going to jump right in. For those interested, this game is 24.3 gigabytes.
It is a dark age, a bloody age, an age of war. The gods are cruel, and we are their playthings. But this is no game. It is ceaseless war, with the old world its prize. Many seek the path to victory, but only one can stand glorious over all. From the Badlands come the orcs and goblins, a green tide of brutal creatures that must be stopped. In Sylvania, the dead rise again. The vampire counts march forth. The mighty dwarf kingdoms, long thought diminished, are resurgent under their high king. And at the old world's heart stands the Empire. Karl Franz must prove worthy of the Warhammer. Then there is chaos. Its corrupting, changing taint despoils all before it. Only the strongest will endure. War is upon us. It is unending.
Okay, so here we are, Total War Warhammer, after a very cool cinematic there. So I know very little about the Total War Warhammer universe. I've never played the game before, but this may be a mistake, but let's just jump into a new campaign and see what happens. Prepare thyself, the old world trembles and the ground shakes with marching armies, for there is naught but war. In the old world campaign you must make your race supreme amongst the rabble, the usurpers, and the many enemies you'll encounter as you conquer. This is the ultimate test of generalship and statecraft, with the fate of the old world and the lands beyond in your hands. Eternal war and fleeting glory are yours to command. Conquer the world. These are the playable races. Empire, dwarves, greenskins, vampire counts. Okay, let's just continue. Okay, so we get to select a faction. So the Empire is beset on all sides by enemies, but its armies are led by valiant warrior generals, supplemented by arcane battle wizards. Karl Franz, the new untested emperor, must unite the Empire to fight the encroaching forces of destruction. The twin-tailed comet blazes across the sky, but is it an omen for good or ill? So Colleges of Magic harnesses multiple lures of magic to bolster the Empire's strength, destroy its enemies. Empire offices, Lord can be assigned an office. Well-rounded unit roster with a wide range of magical lures and war machines. Many generations dwarves prospered, but then their realm was riven by devastating earthquakes and sustained attacks by greenskins and other foes. Their ultimate goal is to restore their empire. High King Thorgrim, Grudgebearer, plans to retake his realm, slaying every last greenskin in his way. Orcs and goblins, greenskins, are the scourge of the old world, brutal, bullying creatures with an unquenchable love of war. Orcs are built for violence. Goblins, by contrast, are smaller but more cunning. Most greenskins reside in the Badlands, but now Grimgor Ironhide comes south with his ever-growing Wah. All the while the Empire burns. Okay, I think I might start off with the dwarves. Just because why not? Okay. So our faction leader is Thorgrim, Grudgebearer, powerful defensive melee fighter and leader. Construction cost minus 10% for military recruitment buildings. Upkeep minus 10% for Longbeards and Hammerers units. Unit experience +1 for Hammerers unit recruits. Additional starting units. Crutch Thrower, Quarrelers, Hammerers. Okay. Okay, let's start it.
The old world is a crucible of relentless war. It has ever been so. An era as long as the mountains are unyielding. As the storms gather again, it presents a chance for the brave to bring about an age of reckoning. I come to the Dwarf High King as a herald of such times, and so I find myself at the King's right hand. My presence is timely, for dire news comes from the south. Greenskins flock to the banner of a cruel war boss. Now, my liege, Thorgrim Grudgebearer, leads a mighty throng from Karazakarak, smashing aside any foes that block our path. If Grudgebearer desires to return the Karaz Angkor to its former glory, then he must rid his lands of vile greenskins. Those gathering within the shadows of Everpeak are a good start.
Fellow Dowie, I see orc scope. They foul our mountains with their vile tales. The Damaskron, our great book of grudges, is filled with such greenskin atrocities. Bring hammer and axe. Show these Urks and Groby no mercy.
Your forces begin their attack, my lord. See for yourself.
Open the door!
Okay, so here we are. So we have.
Be
Okay.
sure to join the fight yourself. The warriors will be greatly inspired by your presence.
Orders on the battlefield are issued by 2 units, not individual troops. Select a single unit by left clicking. Select multiple units by. Okay. Oh, they want me to. Okay, so right click moves them. That's good to know.
Remember as you fight that help and advice is available at your request, my lord. You may rely upon it. Attack! Show the ancestors that the spirit of the Dawi remains strong, that the age of reckoning has begun.
For the ancestors!
I'm just gonna push a lot of them forward, I guess. Okay, there we go. Got some cannons going.
Attack the sides and the rear of the enemy where possible. Their courage will surely fade if surrounded.
Attack the Urks! Ready to strike! To attack! Shoot the waters! Move to attack!
So these guys aren't really doing anything.
The enemy
We're making
begin to crumble. They run from the
flank.
battle. Be sure to take charge of the forces you control, sire. Effective command of your army is a skill worth mastering.
Order selected units to precise positions by right-clicking and dragging out of formation on the terrain. With spacebar to see what unit destinations while they move.
The might of Karazakarak!
missile units back from the enemy, my lord. They would be most effective if allowed to shoot from a distance.
Right there! Warriors! Take your targets well!
Your presence can sway the battle's hand. Your words and actions can inspire the troops before you.
The Lord is the most important unit in an army, provides a leadership boost to nearby units. Lords can use powerful abilities to empower allied units and turn the tide of battle. So...
The enemy general joins the battle at last. Nashrak fights amidst his mounted warriors. Cut him down.
Okay. Let's take these guys
Kill them all
in
in
here.
Yes. To the ancestor gods! Understood, Lord! Fight! For the Demon's Crown!
Mobile soldiers on mounts, ideal for swift maneuvers. Mounted charge can provoke a sudden drop in an enemy's leadership level, particularly when delivered to the flank or rear of a unit, vulnerable against spear weapons and in prolonged engagements. So, I don't even know if it's worth these guys chasing these ones. Might just call them back.
The Greenskins run for their mountain, my king Grudgebearer. The battlefield is secure.
You have won the battle, but do not celebrate too much, for the gods will look ill upon he who came so near to defeat. Was it close? Okay. Continue to campaign. Alright, well I think I'll call it a video here. Thank you all for watching. My impressions, the game seems pretty good. I'm not sure how well I did since I've never played it before. I'm sure it's one of those things you get better the more you play. But as for real-time strategy, it seems like it has a lot to offer. And also I know the Total War Warhammer series is like getting pretty big right now. So I guess it's a great time to get into it, especially for a free game when I think the normal price is like close to $60. But yeah, it seems like a good game. I'd play it again if I'm ever in the mood for a real-time strategy game. But again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.